present Laban of Tsarang. A warm welcome awaited Geshe at his house. They were shown many precious religious artifacts and texts, as well as official documents given to the Laban of this lineage by the kings of Mustang. Tashi Hlundrup was happy to tell them all about the history and customs of this annual summer festival. So this year, the villagers wanted to follow this ancient custom exactly, and they had asked Tashi Hlundrup to preside over the festival. After thousands of years past, this tradition is still alive today. When Geshe arrived in Lomontang next morning, he got a message that the team waiting for them had already set off for the caves and that he should join them the next day. This time they were lucky. Their visit coincided with the start of a very similar summer festival called Yartong. So the monk and his friends were able to join the festivities in the village and experience this revived tradition for themselves. In centuries past, Lomontang was part of the Shangshung Empire, which once stretched through all of Tibet and beyond in the days before Buddhism was introduced to the region from India in the 8th century. Bön had flourished here, and many Dzogchen yogis had made their hermitages in various locations throughout the land. Here in Lomontang, the party met up with another local Bönpo, a relative of Tashi Hlundrup, called Drep Gurung. He was delighted to see fellow Bönpos and offered to show them around. In the evening, Geshe was invited to the house of the royal Laban, whose family had served as priests to the king of Mustang for generations. The old Laban had passed away, leaving behind 2 sons and a daughter. One son became a Sakya monk, and another went to live in America, so now nobody is keeping the lineage. As a result, the office of Royal Laban has passed into the Nyingma school of Buddhism. Nevertheless, Geshe Gelek was able to meet the old Laban's daughter, who showed him many marvelous religious objects, relics, and texts. Among these were very rare Bönpo manuscripts, which had been kept intact and used since the times of the first king of Mustang, Zangpo. They were still in use right up until the death of the last Laban. Another Bön visitor to Tang was the very great Dzogchen master Karu Drobwang Rinpoche, who came here in the first half of the 19th century. In his autobiography, he describes how he visited this area and met the king of Mustang, Jampo Dadhu, and his two Bönpo Laban priests, Dangsong Trowo and Tennam. This was a largely Sakya area. Drobwang Rinpoche debated with some Sakya monks, and the two Labans were delighted to meet someone from their tradition who had the scholarly skills of debate. The next day, Geshe Gelek and his group went eastwards from Tang to Mardzang to meet with a team of filmmakers from the National Geographic Channel. The team included several expert climbers and specialists from all over the world. One of them is Dr. Charles Ramble of Oxford University, a specialist in Tibetan and Himalayan studies, particularly Bön traditions. The crew were making a film about caves in Mustang and were keen to film here in Mardzang, as the previous year the climbers, alerted by local shepherds, had discovered a cave full of texts. The villagers of Tang joined in. Some monks from the nearby Sakya monastery offered to help clean the texts. The filmmaker, Liesl Athens, and her team had also asked for Geshe Gelek's cooperation in sorting out the thousands of loose pages. He was delighted to be able to help. The plan is to preserve these rare texts in the Tang library. Mardzang is a very beautiful place, full of caves, which in the past had served as dwellings for Shangshung people. Dr. Ramble, the well-known climber Peter Athens, with his team of climbers, and a cameraman, made the tricky ascent up into the caves where the books had been found.
Charles was saying about 1%, and Jeff will be probably interested to know that from what Charles has said, the illuminations are almost exclusively Bönpo.
The consensus, at least on the official side, is that we should not be involved in removing the photos. And we'll discuss that further, but it has to do with the fact that
How's it good, Charles?
Yeah. You can grab onto my feet if you want. Yeah, I'm really solid. You can weight me.
That's it, Charles. Yeah, stay over your feet. That's it. Good. All right. Go.
Got it?
Let's reduce the friction.
Yeah, over the edge, it's running over rocks that are sharp. Charles is coming! Coming!
They carefully gathered up the pages and loaded them in sacks, which were then lowered to the ground. Then the pages were cleaned and meticulously sorted, a truly mammoth task.